Pass me the AUX, blow speakers up.
We gonna call Izzan next up to the stage. Izzan.
What's going on? Prima, Pastor AUX, what's going on? Happy to be here. Thank y'all for having me.
For sure. Appreciate you coming out. You coming from Virginia, right?
Yeah, Arlington, Virginia.
Shout out.
All right, man. So I know that you messed around and just came off. I wasn't able to look it up and find out. I know that you were nominated for a couple of Wemmys.
I was, yes, I was a finalist, yeah. I dropped my debut project last year called Palm Tree Firework. So that got nominated for Best R&B Soul Album. And then a song off of that, which you'll hear later on tonight, If This Is Nothing, was also nominated for Best R&B Soul Song. So, I mean, just to still hear that even still a few months later is still like, I'm just blessed, so thank you so much.
I'm telling you, man, the fact that it was off your debut album, that's gotta be a great start.
Definitely not on my bingo card this year, but I think the theme throughout all the artists, shout out to all the artists that have performed so far tonight, but I think the common theme that I'm seeing amongst everybody is just the chase, you know, and the passion, and that was always, I put that first, so it wasn't necessarily, I'm gonna get, I would like to obviously get, recognized and acknowledged for the work that I put into that project, but it wasn't like the validation I'm seeking, that has to be it. You know what I mean? It was more so the reception and the fulfillment and the reward that I got from that. So that was just icing on the cake.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, man. So when it comes to your music, what would you say is the biggest message and or emotion you're trying to convey to a listener?
Yeah, so with this project, it was definitely a love interest story. So it was an amalgamation of just my experiences and my emotions that I've had over the years. So no pun intended, but the beats in the story that was kind of like the focus that I wanted to prioritize. So I think cinematically, I think visually. So I don't know if you guys experience synesthesia, but when I see music or when I hear music, I see pink and purple. So that's the vibe that I wanted to create. Yeah, so I'm a very night owl kind of person. I love my drives at night. I love the sunsets. So I love to be more introspective and kind of just take in things in the moment and just have my space, So this was designed in that way to sort of be the musical companion to, where I'm at physically and mentally, So, and also, just giving myself to also process those things. Because I've always wanted to make a project for a long time and something that would reflect me authentically. And I knew I wanted to have a body of work to my name, but I think just taking the time to really sort of process those emotions and put pen to paper and things like that and create kind of those little, diaries within, the greater project, So yeah, little windows into sort of the emotions and feelings, for sure.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Dang. All right, so we got a special one, man. Okay, so I definitely got to ask you this question. When you are finding yourself, making music for yourself, what are some of the consistent colors that you're finding yourself seeing throughout your music?
Yeah,
and why?
And why? I think, again, just the pinks and the purples, because there's a quality to it where it's warm, but also very kind of melancholy, you know what I mean? So you can kind of really, walk both sides of the fence, so to speak. So you can definitely sort of color it in such a way where it's a little bit more kind of bright and energetic, or at least that's the way it feels to me. But also on the other end, if you kind of dull it down a little bit, you kind of just maybe a little bit more kind of sad and kind of in your feelings. So again, just those sort of visual qualities that I try to implement musically as well. So yeah, that's the reason why.
And how would you say your process of painting the picture and then communicating that? Is it do you spend your time alone in nature? How's that process for you?
Yeah, definitely. I love my space. I love my time to myself. But I think it's just my interpretation. If you ask somebody to, paint the picture of a sun, everyone can do a sun, right? But it's just those details and what you sort of see in that. It doesn't have to be sun, I'm just using an example. But if you ask everybody to draw that picture and hand that in, everyone sees that for what it is objectively, but subjectively, what is that to you? And what do you feel and how does that make you feel? So that's always something that I'm always thinking about is you know, I knew that these themes were going to be a little bit more, you know, have some more common, you know, appeal to everybody. But again, it's just maybe these things are maybe unique to me. Or if you listen to it, you might have something that you pick up on, and that's, oh, I felt that way too, you know. So yeah, that's what I try to put forth, you know, and have prioritized that elsewhere throughout the music and everything.
I feel like that's definitely resonates, you know, through your sound, and I'm ready for your set.
Let's go.
Yeah.